So, you want to build some real fight-ending power, but you don't have access to a fancy gym or a ton of equipment? Good, because today we're going to break down exactly how you can build that functional boxing strength right in your own living room. Let's get into it.
Get this, a single punch from an elite boxer can land with over 2,000 pounds of force. Just think about that for a second. That's enough power to literally crack a bone and end a fight in a heartbeat.
So you gotta ask, where does that kind of power even come from? Is it all about having huge arms and a massive chest? Well, the answer might actually surprise you.
And that leads us right to the biggest myth in boxing strength. It's not about size, it's all about speed and efficiency. And this is where we need to understand that boxing strength and bodybuilding strength, they're two completely different animals.
This chart breaks it down perfectly. A bodybuilder's goal is all about muscle size, which looks impressive, sure, but it demands a ton of oxygen. For a fighter, that's a recipe for disaster. It means you're gonna gas out halfway through a fight. A boxer's focus is completely different. It's all about speed, rotation, and endurance. We're trying to create functional power that you can still tap into in that final round.
You know, this really gets to the heart of it. In boxing, what wins fights? The basics. A solid jab, good footwork. Well, the same thing applies to your strength training. You do not need these crazy complicated routines. The most fundamental exercises are almost always the most powerful.
So, if the power doesn't come from the arms, where does it come from? It all starts from the ground up. Your lower body is the engine for every single punch you throw. So that's where we're gonna start, building that power base.
And we begin with the absolute foundation of it all, the simple bodyweight squat. It might seem basic, but trust me, this one exercise is the bedrock for building leg strength that translates directly into the power you feel in your hands. Now, proper form is everything, so let's walk through it. Get your feet about shoulder-width apart, keep your chest up and your back straight as you lower down. And here's the most important part for building power. Drive up explosively through your heels. That upward drive is what builds real, effective strength safely. Okay, so once you've mastered that basic squat, it's time to upgrade to something a little more explosive, the squat jump. This is where we start building some of that real knockout potential.
Here's why this is such a game changer. Squat jumps specifically target your fast twitch muscle fibers. You can think of these as the high performance parts of your muscles. They're responsible for all those rapid, explosive movements. In other words, they're exactly what you need to develop a seriously hard and fast punch.
All right, we've built the power in our legs. So how do we get it all the way up to our fist? We gotta move up the body's kinetic chain, from the legs, through the core, and into the upper body. And that core, it's the critical link that connects everything.
For the upper body, one of the best things you can possibly do is the push-up. It's a classic for a reason. It strengthens all the primary muscles you use when you throw a punch. Your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, the whole shebang.
Let's just look at the benefits here. Push-ups don't just build raw strength. They train you to generate that force quickly. They also build that critical muscle endurance, which is the key to keeping your arms from feeling like lead weights in the later rounds of a fight.
And now for that crucial link I mentioned. Your core is the power connector. It is the bridge between your lower body's power and your upper body's delivery. All of your rotational power, that ability to twist into a punch, it all comes from right here. And two simple exercises are pretty much all you need to start. The plank. This builds incredible stability and balance so you're always on base. And then Russian twists. These directly strengthen your obliques, which are absolutely essential for generating that fight-winning rotational force. Okay, so strength is one thing, but can you use it when you're under pressure, when you're exhausted? That's where explosive conditioning comes in. We need to train our bodies in a way that mimics the crazy, high-intensity demands of a real fight. Here are 3 amazing drills to get your body fight ready. Burpees with a jump will build that full-body endurance you need for those intense bursts. Resistance band shadow boxing is going to sharpen your punch speed and add that snap at the end. And box jumps, they're going to supercharge the explosive power in your legs, letting you drive maximum force into every single shot. All right, we've covered the exercises, the why, and the how. Now for the most important part. Let's put it all into an actionable plan that you can start today. Now, the key to this plan is consistency, not just volume. You only need 3 dedicated strength days a week. This program is specifically designed to complement your boxing training, building real power without burning you out or leading to overtraining.
And here is the full blueprint. Day 1, we focus on building that power base in your legs and core. Day 2 is all about the upper body, connecting and delivering that power.
And finally, day 3 brings it all together with explosive conditioning and more core work. It's a complete, balanced plan to build a better fighter.
Look, the most important ingredient here is just consistency. Commit to this plan for just 6 to 8 weeks. Track your progress, stay dedicated, and I guarantee you the results will speak for themselves. You will feel faster, you will hit harder, and your endurance is going to go through the roof.
We've laid out the entire blueprint for you, the science, the exercises, and the plan. The only question left is, how much power are you ready to unlock?